Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
As we arrived on location, again, we had a windswept fire that involved numerous structures, vehicles, and travel trailers that were located throughout the property. Many of the vehicles were closely located. They also had fuel in their tanks. We had propane, we had other acetylene. We also had explosions that were occurring throughout the property. So this fire occurred in a no hydrant area, so it added to the dynamics. There were no injuries to any of the firefighters. However, there was 2 or 3 the citizens that lived on the property in various travel trailers that were checked out. One was transported for smoke inhalation. It's my understanding there was 9 people living on the property and multiple pets. The pets were all accounted for with the exception of 1 dog was lost in the fire. We actually found another dog located in one of the closely parked vehicles at the rear of the property, and we rescued that dog as well. The windswept conditions really added to the challenges on this fire because it was pushing the fire almost horizontal. So we had to commit additional resources to those locations to make sure that we didn't have it going from one property to the other. It's important to note, though, the primary residential double-wide dwelling in the middle of the property was protected. That was a primary consideration, is to make sure that the occupied living space was protected. Even though it was surrounded by burning material, the crews did just an excellent job making sure that that didn't catch on fire and didn't burn, so that people had a place to stay. The State Fire Marshal did respond, and it's at this point it does not appear to be intentional, and they're looking at towards an undetermined, but it hasn't been completed yet, and it will be completed over the next several days. So I think one of the challenges we have right now is to make sure that people do understand that this fire occurred in red flag warnings yesterday. So what that meant was high temperatures, low relative humidity, and high winds, as we're experiencing again today. Any type of ignition source in our dry environment will lead to catastrophic results like this. And so we're asking people to be extremely careful, take every necessary precaution to make sure these things don't continue to happen.